Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained?
YouTube and, of course, iHeartRadio. Let me get into some pop culture, please. I'm not going to call this entertainment. The woman who accused Jay-Z and Sean Diddy Combs of raping her when she was 13 years old has dropped her lawsuit against both men less than 4 months after it was filed. Court records show that the suit was dismissed with prejudice, meaning the plaintiff cannot refile a suit. The suit included disturbing details of how the woman was allegedly lured by a limousine driver outside the 2000 MTV Video Music Awards and assaulted by the two rappers at an after party. Jay-Z strongly denied the claims, and his attorneys had been seeking to get the case dismissed. In a statement on Saturday, Jay-Z, Sean Carter himself, said the claims were, quote, frivolous, fictitious, and appalling, and called the suit a money grab. The statement continued, I would not wish this experience on anyone. The trauma that my wife, my children, my loved ones, and I have endured can never be dismissed. This 1-800 lawyer gets to file a suit hiding behind Jane Doe, and when they quickly realize that the money grab is going to fail, they get to walk away with no repercussions. The court must protect victims, of course, while with the same ethical responsibility, the courts must protect the innocent from being accused without a shred of evidence, end quote. On Saturday, Combs' attorney said the suit dropped on Friday will be the first of many that will not hold up in a court of law, end quote. Jay-Z ain't that one. As far as I'm concerned, he did exactly what he was supposed to do.
Hey, what's going on, family? This time for No Picks Podcast.
What up, fam? Joe, No Picks Podcast.
Joe, what's your thoughts on what you just saw?
Bruh, I can't believe it. All right, well, I know we did a video before talking about these, and we were talking about, like, should people be able to sue anonymously, right? I remember that video. We were responding to this. So, I mean, off rip, you mean, congrats to Hove, to Jay-Z. You got your name cleared. The case was thrown out. I do believe that we should still consider people to be innocent until proven guilty.
Right.
Otherwise, why have laws? Why have a judicial system? Why do anything, right? If we already assume people are guilty off rip, why even have a judicial process, right? A due process. So, congrats to him. I have a lot to say, right? But first thing I want to say is Hove, congrats for this situation. I'm glad they threw it out. And I'm, so yeah, that's my first thought. Before I unpacked it, what was your first thought? Because there's layers to this.
I was Team Hove from the rip. You already knew that, right?
I know.
Because for me, he was the best rapper to ever be born, right? But if there was some credible evidence being like, yo, he did X, Y, and Z, I wouldn't have turned my eye. I wouldn't have been like, I wouldn't have ignored it, right? But yo, he was very consistent from the start. The Jane Doe, we still will never know her name, right? Was very inconsistent from the start. She said ridiculous stuff that didn't make any sense. Other people, not named Jay-Z, was coming out being like, that's not accurate. This sounds silly. This doesn't make any sense. So my thing is, yo, I think it's absolutely ridiculous that you can sue someone anonymously. How can you defend yourself against somebody anonymously? You have no idea who this person is. Maybe you even did it. You know what I'm saying? And you just want to settle. How the hell can you even do this? Like, the anonymous thing is an absolute cash grab. That shit needs to be taken out of the court system. That's ridiculous.
Has that always been a thing? Because I feel like I didn't know you could sue people anonymously.
But bro, just think about how many famous people you hear rumors about and it never goes to court. That shit probably been happening for a long ass time. Apparently, the dude Tony Busby, the lawyer for the Jane Doe, has been doing this over and over and over for years. Like, he made a career off this. This dude's a multimillionaire because of suing rappers and stuff. He was the guy that I don't know if you remember this case, but it was maybe 2 years ago, something like that, year and a half ago. There was a chick that Chris Brown had sex with a couple times that was trying to sue him, right? She was like, "Oh, well, you did X, Y, and Z to me. You did the R word to me, blah blah blah." And he was the representative of that person, right? What ended up happening was Chris Brown's team released all the text messages, conversations between him and the chick. The chick, you could tell from the conversation, the chick was like, "Hey, last night was so great. Like, oh my God, you're incredible in bed. Like, I couldn't believe how what it was like, whatever. And then Chris Brown was just ignoring her, and you could just see he just wasn't. He like you could. I mean, listen, he's Chris Brown, right? Like he was probably ankle deep in some other vagina. Like he's not worrying about you no more. You know what I mean? Like he has his pick of the litter, right? Of other dudes, girls, singles, chick, everybody. Like really everybody giving it up to this dude, right?
Everybody,
right? So she was like, she just kept texting him over and over, and you see the text messages because Chris Brown had it all, his team had it all. And she was like, okay, well, please can I see you again? Please can I see you again? And this is over the course of like a week or two. And
yeah.
like, you know what? I'll deal with you. I'll deal with you. And that was their last communication. And then like a month later, the lawsuit comes like, oh, this dude raped me. So once these text messages came out, the dude, Tony Busby, cut ties with her and dropped the case. So like my thing is, and it wasn't an anonymous situation either. She was like, hey, this is who I am. Like if whoever's watching this, they can Google it and find the thing that I'm talking about. This was a thing, right? It didn't make it to court because Chris Brown released text messages. But my thing is, bro, people can be really grimy, and it could be a cash grab. She was obviously upset because she it was clear that Chris Brown just banged her and ducked her, and now she was trying to get some revenge, right? She was trying to be like
money out of it,
tarnish his strong because he already beat up Rihanna, so niggas already hate him anyway, right?
Right.
So and that was my whole argument with Diddy. Like, okay, yeah, Diddy may have beat Cassie up, but all these other people coming out being like, oh, he did this to me, he did this. It's fair to believe that some of these people are a cash grab. It's fair to believe, and I'm not Team Diddy at all, right? I'm sure he did a lot of stuff, but listen, if you're a consenting adult and you're doing this stuff, you just did it and you regret it. It ain't no like just go pray about it. Go say 10 Hail Marys and go on about your life. Don't try to go destroy this man and do all this stuff because you're salty that you're a grown man and you sucked off Diddy.
No, that's real. That's real. And we talked about this before too. Like these are things that we've talked about. So like just coming back to it. Like this is why the Me Too movement has lost so much credibility. Because at first everybody's what is it? Me Too, believe all women.
Believe all women.
Believe all. That's what I'm sorry. That's what I meant. Believe all women. Believe all women. I feel like Me Too is connected to that too somehow. But believe all women, right?
Yeah.
And anybody with common sense would be like, no, because being a woman doesn't make you inherently honest by default. It doesn't make you honest. It doesn't make you not toxic. It doesn't make you a scumbag. Just because you're a woman doesn't mean you're not any of those things. So I'm just like, believe all women. No, right? And so this once again spits in the face of that movement, of that saying. Same thing with Amber Heard and Johnny Depp. Same thing with Jonathan Majors and the white chick who said that he was beating on her and she was lying. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like all this stuff, like believe all women. Yeah. Once again, no.
Joe, how about this? If you want to make it fair, right, and you want to give victims extra leverage in this whole situation, right? Supposed victims, right? Because everybody ain't victims. Some people out here just trying to get some money, right? How about the phrase should be believe all victims? How about that? Like, but it's not about victims in particular. It's just about women. So if a guy's a victim, it's irrelevant. Just like you and I talked about it before in another pod with one of the founders of the Me Too movement, Rose McGowan, right? We talked about this, but Rose McGowan, and it was two other chicks. I don't remember their names, but one of the chicks was a Hollywood. The other one of the chicks that I don't know their name, she was a Hollywood actress, and then news came out that she was banging a 16-year-old boy at the time when she was like 24. She was banging a 16-year-old boy at the time, right? And this news came out, and during an interview, one of the reporters asked Rose McGowan, like, yo, like, what's up with one of your homegirls and one of the founders of the Me Too movement? She was banging a 16-year-old. You know what Rose McGowan said, Joe? She said, wait. We need all the facts first. We can't just rush to judgment. How convenient.
Yeah. Right. How convenient.
But if your homegirl had a dick and some balls, we could rush to judgment on that motherfucker. We could rush to judgment and be like, yo, he's a predator, throw him under the jail. But because your homegirl has a vagina and she's banging a 16-year-old and she's 24 or 25 at the time, we gotta wait and get all the facts first. How convenient. So it's not about victims. It's just about giving women the leeway to do whatever they want. And if a woman decides to burn the whole house down because for whatever reason, we should give her the leeway to do that. And Jay's like, nah, fuck that. Yeah. Let this shit be known. I never banged no kids. I know he was clear about this from the rip. I never did this. I never did that. And we didn't play the video a little longer, but Stephen A was like, "Yo, all those people that's Jay friends didn't say shit. Y'all hid under a rock while these while all these allegations were being said. Y'all didn't have his back. Y'all didn't say how I knew the man for this and that. Stephen A took heat for that. Stephen A was like, I knew this man for like 20 years. Like I've never seen him moving his way.
I understand that sentiment for sure. I just feel like what didn't help Hove was that he was so closely associated with Diddy. You see what I'm saying? Like if you're that close to the fire, you can't tell me that you wasn't playing with the fire, bro. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes like it's guilty by association, and that's why I feel like his relationship with Diddy just made him look guilty. You know what I'm saying? Like even if he didn't do it, you were like for example, like if I was chilling with Jeffrey Epstein, maybe I didn't do anything. Maybe I was just around. But if I'm chilling with the bull, and then you know what I mean, like people are gonna think like, well, was you getting down? Like was you like on his little island? You know what I'm saying? So I feel like for him that didn't help him. The fact that he was so close to Diddy, and that's why people were kind of just like, I don't know, bro, because all these people getting caught up with Diddy right now. You're good friends with him. Remember, they were everywhere together at one point. I saw my interviews, concerts, award shows. They were always like together, you know. So I don't know. I definitely. It sucks that his peoples didn't come out and try to speak out against him. Right. But you got to be careful with the company that you keep, bro, because we don't know about Diddy yet. Everything's still coming in. There hasn't been a court ruling yet. But like Diddy might go down. He might. But I don't know. He might.
But Joe, anybody can get anonymously accused of some shit, especially if it's
no, that's BS.
Like Jane Doe. That's crazy. Like
that's BS.
You can't even defend yourself.
And when I think about the reasons why anybody, male or female, right, would want to do it anonymously, I think, damn, how fair is that to the person who's being accused, right? Oh, I'm going to be anonymous because I don't want the world to know that I got sexually assaulted. Okay, but you're a victim. Why would that make you look bad? You know what I'm saying? Like, why? Like, I don't understand. Like, what is there a stigma on victims? Like, I don't understand. No. Like,
they're praised. Like, they're lauded.
I don't get it.
Right? Like, all the phrases that you can use to be like, yo, like you're awesome. They get those phrases. You know what I mean?
Right. So it doesn't make you, in my eyes, right? Maybe there's something different, but I feel like if you're the victim, no one's gonna be like, oh, F you for filing a suit and taking justice. No, you're the victim, right? And then if the concern is my reputation is gonna be tarnished because of the activities I was engaged in, okay, what about the person you're accusing, who's famous and a billionaire? You messing up his money, his family, everything. He has everything to lose for that. So it's just like the same things apply to the people who are being accused. So I don't get why one side gets to hide, one party gets to hide and not reveal their identity when, you know, it's BS, bro. What I'm just trying to say, like, it's BS. I think this is BS. And so, yeah, bro, once again, like, innocent until proven guilty. I think that we need to stop rushing our judgments on people.
This the effed up part, though. If you ain't got Hove money, you going down. You going down, bro.
That makes a difference too. Right.
If you ain't got Johnny Depp money, you going down.
No, absolutely. And these guys paid so much money and got off. And I'm not saying they bribed anybody, but you have to hire the best of the best. And we're talking about lawyers who charge $1,000, $5,000 an hour. You know what I mean? Like they charging racks by the hour, bro. Like we're talking that type of a lawyer. And if you ain't got that right, what about the average man? What happens to the average man who gets accused of these things?
You go to jail.
You go to jail.
You spend 20 years in jail. They do some forensic evidence 20 years later because some random advocate group tries to, you know what I mean, help out some random people for whatever reason. Then you get out of jail and you out and you lost 20 years of your life.
Right. No, for sure. Listen, kudos to Hove. I'm glad he got off on this one. I'm praying that another case doesn't come out or other cases come out, against him. I have a bias. I do feel like most people in Hollywood are just weirdos who are caught up in like nasty behavior. So because of that, I'm kind of lump Hove into that. I think they're all scumbags, but that's just a general scumbag, not just personally to Hove. So I believe the people in Hollywood are just weirdos. So I hope that nothing comes out to catch up to him because, you know, that would be crazy. But hey, congrats to him. Beyonce, please, don't divorce this man. Don't believe the hype. Like, because she was ready to move out. Like she was ready. She was already dropping her last name, dropping like the Carter part from her, like just saying O's. I'm like, damn, she's really like upset about this. So, listen, I'm shout out to you and shout out to ASAP. Different cases, but he got off too. So ASAP is off too. Young Thug shortly before that. A lot of rappers are getting off the hook. So I'm happy to see it.
Listen, family, let us know what y'all think. Like, comment, subscribe, and until next time.
Until next time.